conversations take place. I am your girl, Kay Carter, and I have a guest on that goes by the name of
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh, like a king?
Yes, ma'am.
Or like King?
Like a king.
Okay,
Sure.
all right, I like that. So today's topic will be relationship status. Again, you are here on Pillow Talk where real and intimate conversations take place. So let's talk about it. King Pharaoh,
Yes, ma'am.
your relationship status, what is it?
I'm single. Like, I don't have nobody popping up with my crib. I'm going at home, laying by myself. I've been single for some months now.
Some months. Okay, is that like, ladies, why are guys so difficult? It's okay. Was it 2 months, 3 months?
It was a little longer than that.
Be specific.
Why gotta be so specific?
We're being real.
Okay, well,
Okay.
yeah. Well, I've been single since
September. Okay, and in that time, do you feel like you've learned what you want for your next relationship or your next situation?
Yeah, I believe I have. Sure.
Okay,
And
so
there's a lot more to learn, but at the same time, like, I do understand and know what I'm looking for in my next relationship, and also understand how I want to go into it.
okay, so what do you feel you have learned from your last relationship and even in your singleness?
What you mean?
Like, what did you learn? Like, okay, I want to take this into my next relationship. About something. What was something great from your last relationship that you were like, okay, that's a good nugget. I can use that. I can leave that there.
Something great about the last relationship. I mean, it had its, great moments and stuff like that, but to be honest, I don't want to take nothing from that relationship until something new, At the end of the day, I kind of want to just create something new with the person that I'm with.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that is definitely a different way to look at it.
Yeah.
Starting from scratch, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here for it. Start from scratch. Create new memories with your new boo. Okay.
Sure.
I like it. All right, so what are some major things for you that stands out in a woman? So say you're at the mall or you're with your friends and you're just walking easily, strolling down the street, and you see a woman. What is something that stands out that attracts you to a woman?
Fashion first.
Well, I see that you're into fashion, fashionable.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, like in a hat, little razzle dazzle.
I see.
I try.
I definitely see. Yeah,
Okay, her fashion.
Her fashion, the way she just walked, like she walking with confidence, and just really what attract me is like skin tone, confidence, smile, in her eyes,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So once you see that woman, you were digging the way she walks, her style, her grace, sort of thing. When you actually begin to get to know her, talk to her, what is the next thing that you're like, this is a top thing that determines like, hey, we going on a date, second date, that sort of thing?
If she had she gotta have a sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
She gotta have like some type of personality. She can't be on robot mode. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And she gotta be deep. You know what I mean? She gotta be able to hold a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And if she can hold a conversation, if she's pretty much intellectual and a deep thinker, that's also attractive to me. And also her just she got a sense of humor. Like she funny.
Yeah.
She likes to joke around and stuff.
Right.
I like that too.
Yeah, nobody likes a stick in the mud.
Yeah.
Ladies, fellas, you make sure you take note. No one wants to be having a conversation with someone that's stoic. Like, okay? All right. All right. So now that your relationship status is not single, right? And you seen that woman walking all nice. Then she's intellectual. She's deep. She's charismatic. Has a sense of humor. you go to her house for the first time. What is something when you go to a woman's house that you pay attention to as soon as you walk through them doors?
Just how clean it is, really.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I walk in, pay attention to the cleanliness, you know, smell, you know, and that's really the main two things.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else really don't matter. You know, you just gotta be clean,
Mm-hmm.
and smell good. You know, smell like a woman's house,
Right.
not a man's house.
Okay, like her place smells like a man's locker room.
Yeah.
Nobody has time for that.
Yeah, I'm out the door.
Okay,
You know,
bird rubber.
sorry, I gotta go, you know. My bad, hey, some came up, my bad, you know.
Right. Ladies, I don't know if it's just me, but when I go to a man's house, some of the things that I look for is like when I go to the restroom, right? I'm looking like is there toothpaste splatters all on the mirror?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Pretty much, man, we have to clean our mirrors a lot, you know.
You said what now?
We have to clean our mirrors a lot.
Yeah, oh child, that just
Might take a day or two, but you know.
yeah.
Into it.
Oh, I just hate it. And also I look on the floor by the toilet because now I'm like, I don't want to be standing on someone's, you know, tinkle drops.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I think that matters. So when you go to a woman's house, do you pay attention to anything in the restroom?
Yeah, I pay attention to the restroom. That's the main part, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If a restroom dirty, then I feel like, you know, she not clean for me. You feel me? So, like, I understand, like, you know, leaving your hair products or, you know, your makeup there, you know, you rush and you in and out. But, you know, if the restroom just like junky and shit everywhere in the restroom, I got to tiptoe, piss and shit.
Right.
You give a damn about pissing on the floor, then I'm out. You feel me?
You're right.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so ladies, make sure your bathroom's clean. Make sure your house smelling good, not smelling like little Johnny's locker room, okay? And fellas, you make sure you keep your place nice and tidy as well. Women like great smells. We don't want to smell your gym socks, okay? So, and make sure you change your linen. Change them sheets. If
Yeah, got to.
yo, cause I don't need my skin breaking out, laying my head on the pillow that I don't know, your sweat has been on or what have you. So again, we pay attention to those things. All right, so with this status, now let's say that your status changed and you're in a relationship. Let's talk about relationships and insecurities going into a relationship.
Okay.
Do you think that people already have like preconceived insecurities, or do you think relationships can pull insecurities out of people?
A little of both, you know what I mean? Like, going into a relationship, you can have some type of insecurity. You can, because, you know, human beings, we're not perfect. There's a lot that we got to work on. But I feel like, for the most part, a lot of insecurities get brought out through the person you with. You feel me? So,
right.
And at the end of the day, it's not their fault. It's still your fault. It's still something you got to fix within. So, and, you know, we all fall victim to it. I know I have been insecure in situations and shit. And, you know, I just had to really, like, self-analyze myself. Like, damn, I'm really tripping.
Can you give an example of a time that you had an insecurity? Would you mind sharing something like that?
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, I don't have nothing to hide, but I mean, you know, it's just like, say if you with your lady friend, right? Your woman,
Yeah.
whatever. You know, she could probably, you know, have guy friends, that's guys and stuff like that, but still, you know, man, sometimes you don't really want your woman to have guy friends, but that's not right, you feel me? So, at the end of the day, those, by her, just having guy friends, they can still bring out an insecurity in a man, you feel me, that he got to fix within himself, you feel me? Because
right.
at the end of the day, she a human being, you know? So, yeah, that's an incident for me is, you know, I had insecurity with my female and one of her guy friends and shit like that.
So how were you able to confront that? Did you say something or did you hold it in?
I didn't hold shit in. I basically said, hey man, you fucking with this nigga? Like, what's up? You feel me? She's like, no, it's not my friend. Like, I've been telling you, that's my friend. And it can make a woman feel some type of way when you know what I'm saying, pressure and checking and shit, and you really questioning her character and stuff like that, so you feel some type of way. So, at the end of the day, it's something that I did, and that can also make the person really shy away from it.
Right.
So, yeah, I learned from that situation.
Right.
Yeah.
I think even sometimes you might not have insecurity, like you said, but sometimes relationships can pull that out of you. I know for sure, and I know some ladies, even some guys out there can, it's like, hey, you preaching to the choir on that one. Have you ever been out, you go to a restaurant, and you feeling jazzy, you on a hot and spicy date, and y'all go to a restaurant feeling good, feeling great, right? And then a server comes up, and it's like, it seems like the person you're with is doing the eye dance with the server, like they're like flirting. I know I have. Don't do that. I think, and so what happens is in situations like that. So now next time we go out to eat, now I have to try to see if you're gonna be doing the eye dance with the next server. And I think that is something. I didn't go into a relationship already having that. It was like that particular person created that insecurity.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So it definitely happens when it comes to
but it all boils
relationships.
down to this too, though. You got to be able to trust your partner. Like, you really can't be in a relationship without really trusting your partner, because if you really trust your partner, even if they did do a little eye dance or whatever the hell you call it, or whatever you want to call it.
I want to say some other things, but just keeping it.
Seriously. But that could just be part of their personality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they wouldn't really cross that line.
True.
So if you really trust them, then it wouldn't be a problem. But it just all boils down to one thing with insecurity. Like, it really stems from trust. Having trust issues.
Definitely, I think if you feel insecurity or offense in a relationship, the best way to kind of help is actually talk about it, communicate, like, hey, we're together and it makes me feel this way when we go out and this happens. It makes me feel uncomfortable, it makes me feel uneasy, whatever it is. Actually communicate that, and then I think it kind of helps build, because maybe that person does not realize they're doing it, and if they care about you enough, they would make an adjustment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about that adjustment when it comes to women. Let's talk about how a woman dress. Okay, if you have a woman that dresses a little more provocative, like, how do you handle that? Are you like, put a trench coat on? I don't want people looking at my girl.
I feel like it's fashion, right? So with fashion, anything kind of goes, but at the same time, there's always a time and place to dress. You know what I'm saying? How you want to dress. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I don't want to be in all provocative with my mom and shit. Bring her to the crib and she providing my brothers and shit over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
But if we going out and we stepping out and she want to, look nice or whatever, of course. You know what I'm saying? By all means, as long as I'm with you. You feel me? Like, you ain't going by yourself.
Right.
But other than that, I feel like, with women, they're able to show off their curves and stuff. They should be able to do that.
Okay, I don't know about you, but if my man is wearing too tight of pants and you know what print is showing, I'm gonna need you to wear a bigger size. That's just me. No, you go back, change it. Okay, that's just me. All right. Anyway, in relationships, do you stay if you're not happy?
It depends on the relationship. It depends on what you guys want. Like, if y'all really want to build a future with each other and last a long time, you can stay in a relationship and not be happy. On working want it to be better for you guys to be happy. But so far as in like letting it go into a dark place, you know, if y'all end up being in a dark place without any counseling and stuff like that, then you gotta separate. You know, you should let that relationship go if it's like bringing you to a dark place, like in your soul. You feel me?
Yes.
So it's really all mental too. You know what I mean? So things not gonna be perfect in a relationship. Of course, you're gonna have some times when it's worse. You know, but if you can make it through that, and if you feel like it's getting too toxic, you know, or it's getting to a toxic point, then if y'all really want to be with each other, if y'all really do love each other, then like counseling, I feel like counseling is a big step. You know?
Right.
You know?
Well, definitely, because a lot of relationships, people get into relationships in the beginning. It's like, oh, hi.
Yeah.
It's like getting on a roller coaster ride, right?
Yeah.
But then at that some point, it can take some dives and some turns, and then people, you know, are like, I'm not happy. You're not making me happy.
Right.
So, would you say to those people that's like, I'm in this relationship and I'm not happy? Other than, you know,
first, you know, I feel like your partner not supposed to exactly, you know, control your happiness. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. But secondly, like if you're not happy with your partner, voice that with your partner, and then see what y'all can do to be happy. And like I said, it's gonna have to take counseling if you're really not happy with your partner. Y'all not happy. Y'all do love each other, but you know y'all don't want to split. Then go to counseling before it gets too toxic. You know. But if you're not happy and you feel like you want to just be happy and you want your own peace, then separate.
Right. Okay, that's good advice. Okay, so what would be your intention going into your next relationship?
Honesty. That's number one. Second, being respectful and laying out boundaries, setting boundaries up
And
front.
okay, when you
That
say
way-
boundaries, in what sense are you
Just
saying
boundaries, like, you know, within myself of what I'm going to do, what I'm not going to do.
that?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Other than that, I say everything else in the next relationship, the intention is just to make it last. I'm not trying to jump in a relationship just to be in a relationship for like a year or two. You know what I'm
And
saying?
then
So
it ends.
that's what I say. So my next relationship, if I do get in the next relationship, then you know, gotta be some real. You know.
Right. Well, definitely that leads into our last question for this segment. What do you want your next relationship, or since your name is Pharaoh, you are a king, what would you say to your next queen? What would you want her to know?
To be honest, I don't even know the answer to that question because what I want her to know is like something I'm gonna have to show to her. So there's not nothing I can really say to her just yet, you know.
Right.
And I won't really know how to say that until, you know, it's time to, you know what I'm saying, get on the knees.
Thank you again for tuning in on this episode of Pillow Talk, where real and intimate conversations take place.